Hang on. Okay. For those of you watching the recording, sorry you guys missed. I forgot to record the recognition, but we had a really great month and you're going to see it in the newsletter. Okay, so we're now talking about, can you guys see that? Is it showing to you? Hang on. I got to get you guys back on my thing. I wasn't sharing it, was I? Okay, give me a sec. I'm decently technically savvy, but not 100% technically savvy. Okay, good. You got it? Okay. All right, so we are talking about making the decision to make $1,000 in 6 weeks. So I asked in a post in Beautifully Polished, what would you do with it? Here are some of the things you guys told me you would do. Pay for your holiday shopping, pay a bill, pay for a cleaning lady, go on a weekend. Someone wanted to do a surprise their family member with an Indy 500 tickets, buy a new cell phone, quit their other job. You guys, that's a lot of great things people could do with $1,000, right? That you didn't have in your pocket before that. So how are you going to do that? And why would you do that? Why would you want to sell? Why would you want to make $1,000? Well, obviously you'd have money in your pocket, right? Who doesn't want to have extra money in their pocket? If you are in Jumpstart, it might help you earn your Jumpstart rewards. Maybe you have a team member who's in Jumpstart. Remember, we have matching Jumpstarts. So if you're a team member are hitting those Jumpstarts, you guys could be getting your product credit or cash. Earning incentives. What incentive do we have right now? Well, we have the trip to Cancun right now. That's a pretty great incentive. Corporate also just announced a leadership summit for the first time they're offering for senior directors and up. It will be in February. That may be something. If you are selling, your sales oftentimes will lead to building a team and moving up in ranks. So that could be something you earn from hitting these different sales, from making more sales. It is the highest selling season. Everybody's out to spend money right now. They know they have to spend it. They've been preparing for it. They're ready to spend their money. And of course, like I just said a second ago with incentives, when you sell, it's going to build your business. The more you sell, the more customers you get, right? You build your team and have potentially new stylists on your team. You grow your VIP group. There's so many things. The more you sell, the more people you're in front of. So it helps you with your overall business, the more sales that you have. So in order to do this, you guys, well, you got to catch the vision, right? You have to see what you have to want this. It's not, I promise you, you are not going to be able to just post on your Facebook page, hey, I'm selling Color Street, and you're going to be able to make $1,000. Because I'm not talking about selling 1,000, I'm talking about making 1,000. So this quote here, the secret of success is stop wishing and start doing. So you guys have to get a mindset. You have to get yourself prepared for this. You have to catch the vision of what you could potentially do. You making this $1,000 not only helps you now with that money, but it's setting your business up and it's setting you up for future success because you're building all that we just talked about. You're hitting jump starts. You might be earning Cancun. You might be getting new customers. All those things are helping your business moving forward. If you're doing nail bars, they'll get you future nail bars for after the holidays. So the more you sell and the harder you work, the more it's setting you up for 2020 success. So catch the vision and see what is possible. And if you are unsure, we're about to talk about what we can do now. All right. Now, in order to do this, sometimes people need more than just themselves. You know, again, we're in business for ourselves, but you're not by yourself. You have over 1,000 people on our team that are more than willing and helpful, and they share ideas. Reach out to your upline. Reach out to somebody else that maybe you just met and you guys hit it off. Ask someone to be an accountability partner with you so you can be checking in. How many nail bars do you have? You're gonna have to sell in order to make $1,000. So check in with that person. Find that person who's gonna build you up and catch you on the day when you don't want to. because you're just flat out tired. You don't want to do another nail bar. You don't want to get on the phone again. Find that person. I love both these quotes. People with an accountability partner are 85 to 95% more likely to accomplish their goals. That's a big percentage, you guys. Sometimes it only takes one person to change your life, one to be there for you, to push you, to believe in you. It only takes one. That person could even be your spouse at home. That person, your spouse may be the one saying, you can do this on the days when you don't think you can do it anymore. So whoever it is, if they're in Color Street, if it's a family member, find that person that when you have Post-it notes all over your mirrors in these next 6 weeks to get your goals out there and to visually be seeing this stuff, that person's going to help remind you on the hard days, because that's when we need them the most. And they're there to celebrate with you when you're hitting the little milestones along the way. All right. One thing before we talk about how we're going to do it, I'll tell you the key. The key is you have to have your business open every day. We are open for business, you guys. Don't close your business up. This time of year, you need to have your business open. You are going to post on social media. You're going to message people. You're going to ask people for bookings. You're going to Hostess Coach. You're going to be sending samples. You are going to be connecting with people. All of these things are crucial if you want to be making sales to earn $1,000 in a month. So you're going to be doing all these, which we'll be talking about. All right. So what is the formula? Because it doesn't just happen, does it? We all wish it did, right? I wish we could just go to bed and all of a sudden we have enough sales to make $1,000, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so in order to make $1,000, you must sell at least $2,857, because at that point, sorry if you hear that, that's my dog snoring. She's really loud. It's not me. You got to be at 35% commission if you're selling that much, right? So I'm just going to say 3,000 in order to make it easier. So that means you will need to host about 12 parties in 6 weeks. All right, that's about 2 parties a week, you guys. That's doable, 2 parties a week, and that's with a minimum of 250 a party. I personally try to never go under 300 for a nail bar, because I feel our Hostess program really is a better offer at 300 than under 300. So I try to get my hostesses always to 300. So look at that. This is an average of 250. So if you have one that doesn't quite meet your expectations, but then you have another one that's 400 or 500, you can balance them out. So there's what your calendar may potentially look like. 2 a week, you guys, is very doable. It's not, you can work another job and still do 2 a week. That could be a vending event and a social media nail bar. That could be 2 in-person nail bars in a week. It could be 4 social media or Facebook nail bars all in 1 week, and then maybe you have the week of Thanksgiving off. It doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you get on your plate those 12 parties in 6 weeks. Okay, so let's talk about what we do to get there, you guys. The first thing you have to do is calendar block. You've got to figure out when you work, because it's really, really easy for all of us to not work, right? It's very easy when you work from home to choose to do the laundry, to choose to do dishes, to choose to do 100 other things. So you've got to figure out the time you are going to work, and you're going to make the most of this working season. You're going to figure out and mark in red when you know you have family things. You are going to mark in blue when you know there's training calls and you need these training calls right now to get you through this. You want to be motivated. You have a certain person you like to listen to for, your own personal development. Maybe you want to hear a little something from them every single day, just to get you woke up and get your mindset right in the right place every single day as you're taking this challenge on. So you are deciding, then you're going to mark your calendar in green with the days you're going to work. We talked about calendar blocking from the time you guys all signed up. Green is when you can work. So when you are messaging people to have parties, you are ready to tell them when you can do this. And you're not going to go back and forth so they keep giving you dates and you keep turning them down. You've got to be ahead of your schedule so you can make the most of your schedule. Everybody's busy this time of year. We all are. Everyone has a lot of things to do at the holidays. So you've got to look at your schedule for the next 6 weeks and figure out how you can give the best to your work, what pockets of time you can do it. Okay. All right. So we got to get some bookings. All right. How do we get bookings? I can easily just say get bookings, right? And you're like, yeah, I try. You know, I've tried to do it. What do I do? I have no magic answer for you guys, right? But here's some things that can help you and things to think about. One is pull that Frank list out that people should have made from day one. Remember, Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and people you know because of kids. I tell everybody I do it in a notebook, so I'm a notebook person. I can always add to it. I like to handwrite it. I take notes by it. Pull out that Frank list. If you haven't pulled it out in a while, get it out. Who haven't you reached out to? The other day, I started going through Facebook again, through who I'm friends with. I've been doing this 2.5 years. Do you know how many people I've never sent samples to of my friends? So I just started going through it, and I started sending messenger messages to them about, I've been selling this for a couple of years now, not sure if you're aware. I would love to be able to sell, or have you tried Colors Tree yet? I'd love to be able to send you a sample. Go through your Facebook group, and it might be to have a nail bar too. It's whatever you're choosing to bring up to them. But get in Messenger and start looking through your Facebook if they're not on your Frank list. Your messaging past hostesses and customers. It's a great time to reach out to them. Hey, I know you and your friends, you loved the last nail bar that you had. This would be such a fun time to get your friends together so they could all come and holiday shop with you. And then you could earn some free polish for yourself or for gifts for the holidays as well. Great, easy way. You already know hostesses and their friends have used it before. You know they love it, so reach back out to them. Customers that you've had, reaching back out to them, same thing. Talk to them. You know they've bought it before. Hopefully you've been checking in and this isn't the first time you're ever reaching out to them. If you've been reaching out to them, then it's not uncomfortable to be able to see if they want to have friends together. If you know you sold to them 2 years ago and all of a sudden you're asking them for a nail bar, that could be a little harder. So my advice is always make sure you're following up. So then when you're ready to ask them about a nail bar, it's not the first time you've reached out to them. You've thanked them along the way. Think about the verbiage you're using, you guys. Fun, fast, easy. We have a simple setup. Great night out for friends. Again, use things like holiday shopping. Your friend, you know, they know their friends are going to go buy things. Let them come and buy from you. Not everybody loves their house at the holidays or want to have people over. I love having people over, so I look for reasons. So some people, once their house is all decorated, they would love to have their friends over, 10 friends, so they can see their holiday decorating or make fun holiday treats, and then be able to have a nail bar. So think of verbiage that fits the different people you know, and that would appeal to people. You want to encourage them to get at least 10 guests to their party, and we'll talk about some of the things that you're doing with your hostess coaching in a second. But getting 10 guests to the party, we say, you know, an average nail bar's about 300. So that's about 8 people doing the buy 3, get 1. Well, let's try to get them, have a little more people. It may up the sales. It could offshoot anyone who doesn't buy. This time of year, I think most people would be willing to give it a try. Most people are willing, I find, at nail bars in person anyway. So try to get that guest list up to at least 10. You could host your own party. I love doing just kind of an open house this time of year, and I'll offer, you know, stop by, I have prizes, you know, I have a drawing, I have snacks. And again, I do mine after Thanksgiving, so my house is decorated. So I highly encourage you to have people over at your own house. You don't want them to have them at your house? Go host them at a restaurant. There's plenty of restaurants that kind of have back rooms. This time of year, it may be a little harder to get. So definitely look into the restaurant and, you know, see when they have available. But you can find places that'll let you bring friends, and you can just go and have a nail bar right there if you don't want them in your house. Offering theme parties is a great thing this time of year. Oh, I have a couple of cute holiday themes I'll post after that I had written down, and I forgot to bring it over with me. Thinking of some cute holiday parties, like mistletoes, you know, play on words to your toes and holiday stuff. So people like themes. They like ideas like that. So offer that, hey, you know, I was thinking you and your friends may want to have snow and mistletoe's party, or, you know, something like that. So get them together. All right. Hostess coaching, like I said, you can't just ask her to have the party. You guys, you've got to work with her. This is one of the single biggest things I think people miss out on in order to have a good nail bar. You have got to be working with her from the very beginning. The hostess is the one who's connected to her friends. You're the stranger. She's the one, her friends are trusting her. You have to work with her. You have to get her to understand the rules. You have to get her to be working with her friends and be involved in the party, especially Facebook parties. Facebook parties, they really need to get in there and be posting. So what is the key? The key is communicating with her. From the second you talk to her, you are excited and you are talking with her, and you, however, if it's texting or messaging, you're talking on the phone a couple times, you are making sure you're treating her like she is your top hostess. Again, I have here, treat her as a co-host. You guys are really doing the party together, and I'm telling you, she's doing a lot, if not more of the work. You're there to show the product. She's there to bring everybody. So again, you want to work with her so she gets at least 10 people there. So you're using verbiage with her of, you know, picture the party with everyone, you know, engaged and excited about holiday shopping. You have 1 or 2 people there. You know, it'll be nice, but think about a room with 10 women who are looking at all the pictures of nails and looking at all the nail sets and excited about who they're going to buy for. Think of the energy in that room for that hostess. So she understands kind of, you don't want her to have 30 people would be too much, but definitely 10 people makes it more fun for everybody to be there. So using verbiage for her to get the most people there. You're giving her a wish list right off the bat, so you know what she wants. And that way you have a goal with her, and so you're able to help her achieve that. I tell my hostess right off the bat, I really want to get you to at least a minimum of $300, because it gets up to that 15% and the 3 at half off. Less than that, you're at 10% with 1 at half off. It's just not as good of a, you know, a hostess program for them. So get them more stuff. You're going to send her a packet. You're going to drop it off, depending how close you are. In that hostess packet, you may be having a little gift for her. You're having her wish list. You're having some order forms and some catalogs. Get her, and it depends how you run your party. If you're doing outside orders before, if you're waiting till after. I know people run them differently, but give her some of that stuff. So either way, even if she's getting some orders after, she's able to pass those out to people who can't come to the party. You may want to encourage her, you know, you get $300 in outside orders before the party even starts, I'll give you a couple extra sets of nails, you know, or a bonus gift, you know, something fun to get her motivated to get some sales beforehand. And so here's a tip. If you're thinking she's a hostess, you could flip. What you could do is have her get orders that are written and they're not going in and placing them. And that way, if she does become a stylist, you're able to take those orders still and place them with her. So that's sometimes why people don't want to have orders early, just in case that hostess becomes a stylist. So, you know, again, you're working with your hostess to figure that out. I will typically tell them, I bring up the opportunity to sell right before I'm about to post that link. If I'm posting it early, like in a Facebook group, you have to put it up early for, you know, if you're doing early bird specials. So before I put that up, I'll just give them that opportunity. And then, you know, then after that, if they end up flipping, then, you know, some of the sales would be under you instead of with them. Have her personally invite. We all know that is a key, you guys. You have to have her personally invite. If they dump and just put people in a Facebook nail bar, they're not going to come. They're not going to be serious people. If she just sends out one random Facebook message to all of her friends saying, come over, you know, this Thursday at 7, people probably aren't going to take that seriously either. You want to get her to personally invite through text or messenger or phone call, and have her follow up with people before the party to remind them about the party and see if they're bringing a friend or anything. And then you're following up with her throughout the whole process. You are continually checking in with her. How's your guest list coming? You know, you're so excited about her nail bar, all that stuff to build her up and get her as excited as you are about the nail bar. It really is important if you want to have a good, successful nail bar. The better you do it, the hostess coaching, this is like the majority of your job, I almost feel like right now, because then at the nail bar, the product is kind of selling itself, right? So it's getting those people in the room for you to show the product to. So the more people you get there, the better hostess coach you're doing, the better your sales should be at the party, which then gets your sales higher, which then will get you closer to your $1,000. Okay, so at the party, what do we want to do at the party? Well, you got to show up, right? And I don't mean walk in the door. I mean like be there and be fun, all right? If you need to turn on a song before every meeting and every nail bar, yes, I play Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. It just gets me excited, gets me motivated. Whatever you need to blast in that car to get loose and feel comfortable and walk in with that smile on your face. If it's not in your comfort zone, whatever you need to do to get your mojo on, you do it. So you can show up and be the greatest stylist for that hostess who just trusted you with their friends. You want to have fun. You want the guests to have fun. If everyone is just standing around and you're not, and you know, it's not exciting, don't think the next person's going to want to have the party because they haven't seen how fun it is. You want to show them fun. You want to be interactive. You want to make conversation. So, you know, think of questions. If you're not a person that it's real easy to have conversations with, think of kind of some questions you can go into parties with, asking people just when you're trying to make that small talk before the party. We want to stack the hostess. You want to show what your hostess is going to earn in front of people. You can do it in Facebook. You can do it in person. Show them what a hostess potentially is going to get so they can visually see it, all right? And you don't have to call the actual hostess up. It could be another guest at the party. It actually is better because then that guest is going, oh, I could really get all this if I did it. So your hostess could be over there cheering you on while you're showing someone else and everybody what you can get. Work on that upselling. Like I said, this is a great time to upsell, you guys. The buy three, get one. How about the French? You want to take advantage of that? $7 a set. Where could you get a French manicure for $7? It's a great deal to be able to get someone that, to add the French on there. It's a great time to bring up multiple sets for gifts. So as they grab the buy three, get one, you could say, oh, are those sets for gifts or are those for you? Whatever they tell you. Oh, so are you going to get some for whatever the opposite is? Oh, I see you bought 4 for gifts. Then what about you? Which sets did you want to look at for yourself? And then in the more people, if this is an in-person party, if you guys print that wish list, I think I'm pretty sure I posted the most recent wish list now with the holiday nails. The thing about bringing the wish list to a party or even posting it like in a online party is that the catalog only has our spring or our fall launch, right? It doesn't have all the foundation nails we've added. It doesn't have the summer ones that we have left. It doesn't have the holiday ones. It doesn't have the Thanksgiving. It doesn't have the Halloween. Some people will still want Halloween. I still want those glitter orange ones because they're our school colors. People will still buy some of those, you guys, and they're not in the catalog. The wish list shows everything. So if they have that wish list in front of them, you can have them circle different sets that they start thinking would be great for a gift for somebody. Once they start doing that, oh, I think my mom would like this. They all hear that. You know how we are. Once you hear, I can't tell you how many home parties I've been to, and my friend buys something I wouldn't have looked at, and then all of a sudden I want it because she's getting it. It's like when you go out to lunch. You're debating between a salad and a burger. You try to be healthy. You choose the salad. They get the burger, and you're so mad because it looks so much better, right? And so you guys, people pay, we as women just naturally, and maybe men too, but I know I naturally love to see what my friends get. And I a lot of times will be swayed, especially if it's for a gift. You may not have even looked at that. So let them help work it out with each other, and giving them each that wish list, they have all of it right in front of them. Baker's dozen. This is where you would, if they do the buy three, get one 3 times, you would give them an extra set of nails. So they would get 13 sets. So they're paying for 8 and they would get 13. I'm sorry. Yeah. 3, 6, 9. They're paying for 9 and they're getting 13. You guys, that's a great deal. And again, people are dropping large amounts to go buy TVs and all these things. So if they drop $115 or so and they just got gifts for 13 people, I mean, if you break it down that way, you guys, it's a really good deal for them. Be their personal shopper. You know, find out what they like. What are they looking for? What are people's favorite colors that if they're trying to buy for somebody? And then you can show them different sets that would look together. You know, I usually say, you know, are they a solid or a glitter girl? Are they patterns? What colors do they like? And the more you can show them, and this is at vending events too, you guys, the more you can pull off and show them, they just want you a lot of times to just tell me what to buy, right? So if you show them, they say, that looks great, I'll do that. Or other times, you know, they say, no, I don't think they'd wear glitter, I think they'd rather wear solids. But help them look around for what goes together and what would fit the person's needs. Again, bring up gifts. I've said that 100 times. You can also offer a customer referral program to people. You know, I have little cards, and anytime someone comes, I get a new order from someone I don't know, I always email them, how did they find out? If it's from one of my customers, I mark it on a little card. After they've referred 5 people who have purchased from me, they get a free set of nails. You don't have to do a free set of nails. I get a lot of Hostess credit, so I get a lot of free sets. So I have no problems giving out free sets. Maybe you're going to give out accent nails or a nail buffer, you know, whatever you choose, especially if you're brand new and you don't have all those extra sets. Don't feel you have to give out extra sets if I'm saying that. Play a booking game, you guys. Do something with booking, whether you are doing it at closing, whether you're doing a game at the party. You've got to ask them for the party. Sometimes they may say, I want to do this, but for the most part, they may not think about it unless you bring it up, all right? So do something to get those next bookings, and that's going to be key right now if you're trying to get 2 a week. You're going to get your nail bars, then you need them to carry over for your next ones. So you want to try to get bookings. In vending events, you guys, it's the same thing. The sales are great. I mean, I keep getting messages that I'm loving from people. I did 1,800 this weekend. I did 1,600 this weekend. I'm telling you, they're amazing vending events right now. But you also want to try to offer the business and get bookings. You want to get new customers there, and you're going to be reaching out to those new customers after. You know, you're doing a drawing to get new leads in there, whether they buy or not. They want to earn a free set or whatever. So you're having a drawing to get, again, more leads that could potentially be your customers. All right. So you are not just selling at vending events. You are offering the business and a nail bar to them as well. That's not exclusive for parties. Actually, vending events, you should really try to be selling the nail. We always want to try to sell the business, then the party, and then the nails, because the nails are the kind of, again, they're, if you start up here and offer them the biggest and they panic, then they're like, oh, well, nail bar, okay, I can do that. They don't want the nail bar, oh, well, sure, I'll buy them. So, you know, start at the top and work your way down. Okay, so what do we do after the party? All right, so after the party, of course, is follow up. We have to follow up, right? Key. Follow up. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Again, I'm not calling them 2 days later saying, do you want to have a nail bar? I'm calling them 2 days later just to thank them. I'm calling them or text them. I will say, I used to swear you had to call, and I've switched recently to texting, and I'm actually really enjoying it more because almost every person I text will text me back. Yes, I love them. Oh my gosh, I tried them. I get pictures. I'm getting so much response. When I left messages, I didn't hear from anybody because no one's going to call me back and say, yes, I love my nails. They're going to call me if there was something wrong, but they're not going to just call to say, thank you for calling me. And so you don't know if they even played their voicemail. So many people, they have that little red circle on their voicemail and it probably says 105 because they're not checking voicemails, right? But text people tend to respond to. So I've actually kind of enjoyed switching to that. And it doesn't mean I won't use phone calls sometimes for a different reason, but that initial follow-up, I've been doing, my 2-day, I've been doing texting, and I've been liking how it's working. Again, you're offering the referral program to them. You can offer a bonus to repeat orders. You know, I do, for a customer who orders 3 times from me, I will give them free shipping on a future order. A person who's ordered 5 times from me, I will give them a free set of nails, again, on a future order. So I'm getting them to come back to me again. Building rapport. You guys, that's key. If you are friending them on Facebook, you're talking with them, you're making conversations with them. You know, if you see them post, go and comment on one of their posts. This is a relationship building business. If you have a party with someone and now you're chatting with them or their guests on Facebook, then the next time they want Color Street, who are they going to think of? The person that they bought at the vending event who they never heard from, or the person who now keeps, showing up in their news feed and has been asking how their sick child was, or was asking how their weekend was, or commenting on their new haircut. They're going to think of you. So make them think of you. Add them again to your VIP group. Getting them in your VIP group is so critical for growing that group and working with those VIPs. Ask them to host. Again, after the party, you can ask them to host. All right. So with all of this said, you guys, I just kind of gave you the overview. You know exactly the formula now. You know you need to do 12 nail bars, averaging $250 to get you to make $1,000, right? We talked about all the different things. You have to put them all together. You can't just choose one of those. You've got to get the bookings. You've got to do the hostess coaching. You've got to hold the party. You've got to be doing the upselling. Sorry, my daughter just came in. You've got to be doing the upselling. You've got to be doing the follow-up. You can't miss any of those parts. If you miss it, it's not going to be the same. But if you're doing all of those with every party you have, your success will show in your nail bars. And then your nail bars are going to show with your sales and then your $1,000 that you're going to make. So you've got to get your mindset where it needs to be. Like I said at the very beginning, strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you thought you couldn't do. I guarantee there's people on this call right now going, there's no way I can make $1,000. There's no way I could do 2 nail bars a week. I can't get on the call. You guys, I challenge you to don't make excuses why. Just get on the phone, get in Messenger, get in text. Why not just start messaging people and see what can happen? You've got to have drive to do this. You've got to have intention and work intentionally when you're doing it. You've got to be ready to be bold. You can't just timidly walk around it. You have to be bold when you're talking to these people. Again, we're scared to offer this to them sometimes because we're worried they're going to be all whatever. They don't think of it that way half the time. They're just thinking, oh, okay, she wants to have a nail bar. They're not going, oh my gosh. I mean, unless you're texting them every single day, I guess then maybe they're thinking you're crazy and they don't want you messaging them anymore if you're messaging them every day asking for a nail bar. But they don't think anything of it. So trust that you can do this. Trust the vision that you see that you can make this money, and you've got to ask. You've got to get out there. You've got to ask. That's what we have to do in order to get this. We've got to ask for the business, right? So that is what I have for you guys. And I challenge you guys to come up with that accountability partner, to write down these goals, what you want to do, how many nail bars you want to do, how you're going to do it, how many phone calls you're going to make a day. And you start putting them on Post-it notes all over. Maybe we need to start a thread of like a Post-it note thread and take pictures of what our mirrors could look like. Oh, how fun would that be? My husband's big into writing with, he does dry erase on our mirror in our bathroom. I do Post-it notes. He'll have, when he's in something like this, a challenge for himself, whether it's weight loss or work or his faith, he'll start writing things all over his mirror so he sees it every day. All right, so I know I had a couple people who want to add to what I'm saying with some things that they've been doing. So let me stop this. Okay, I know Olivia is out there somewhere. Where are you, Olivia? If you want to unmute yourself. Are you there? Oh, there she is. I hear you now.
I'm here.
Okay.
I can attest to that. Getting nail bars and doing hostess coaching has helped. I've had months where I've had 6 nail bars, and I've had months where I've had 8 or 9 nail bars. And the months that I've had 8 or 9 nail bars, I made like $2,600, and I enrolled 2 or 3 people. This last month I didn't have as many and I didn't get many sales, but I enrolled 5. And I've noticed that being active in my VIP group and being active in parties and just reaching out has really helped. I am really bad about reaching out to people and doing follow-ups, but I do more or less try to make a relationship with them. So I guess in a way I'm following up, but I'm going to try to start. So hopefully I can start selling a little bit more and getting maybe more people to be interested in the business. But I think that's
all right.
what I have.
All right. Thanks, Olivia.
You're welcome.
And then I also have Sandra Newman. Are you there, Sandra? I know she wants to share something she's been doing that's been working.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure how I was going to work with my headphones in. I was trying to keep the noise from everybody else.
It feels weird when you have them in.
So I just wanted to, I know Debbie covered this quite a bit, but I have found that follow-up is key. And I feel like that's like the step that's most missed with a lot of people. And I find that like when I go to vendor events and I talk to people and they say, oh yeah, I love it. And you ask them about it, you start talking, you find out that they never heard from the person that they bought from before, or they don't know their name. And I've also found that, in the parties, obviously asking for the bookings is, the right thing to do. Everybody has to do it. You have to do it in your parties. But most often I don't get it. I do a lot of Facebook parties. And I'll do some type of booking game, and I won't necessarily get a lot of feedback, or I'll get somebody that responds, but then trying to get them to actually set a date doesn't actually happen. But I'm more likely on my follow-up to get the bookings, even just out of the blue, and not even asking for them. I mean, I remember this was a little while back, but actually I think it's happened a few times where I've just said, hey, how's it going? Especially somebody that just tried it, it was their first time trying them. They're not going to book. You can ask, but they're like, hey, just let me try them first. And I'll be like, oh, I know you're going to love them, but I'll follow up with you in a little bit. And then I might follow up, a few weeks later or a month later and say, hey, how is it going? And they'll be like, oh my God, I love them. Everybody's commenting on them. They want to do a party. And I didn't even ask. So I think that is huge. And if you haven't been doing it, it just gives you more people to follow up with now. You're trying to get those parties booked for November and the beginning of December. So I find sometimes when there's a booking blitz going on or something like that, I don't have very many people to talk to because I've already been doing it. I've already followed up with everybody. So I look at my list and like, oh God, who can I contact now so I won't be, annoying them. But if you haven't been doing it, just a quick check-in, like, hey, did you see our new holiday nails? What do you think? Or how is the last set that I, sent you or that you ordered working out for you? And you'll be surprised at what comes back.
That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that. And you're right. It makes all the difference when you follow up. Even if it's someone saying, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to order it. How many times do you guys get an email and you see it over and over and over and you ignore it and you ignore it until all of a sudden that right day you happen to have the time. And so whoever stepped in front of you that day and brought it up to you, that's who you're getting it from because you were ready and right at that moment. So they might have been getting your emails all this time and never ordered and you're frustrated, but it doesn't mean that they're not ready to order the next time. Keep sending them stuff. It doesn't mean they don't want to see it. It just means they're not ready. We all have so many things going on at all times. But when you give them that quick follow-up, it might be the moment, oh yeah, can you send me your link? I've been meaning to do this. I get that a lot when I do follow-up. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to, and then they'll go and place an order. So it's a great way to get, orders, if not your nail bars. Okay, April, did I see you had your hand up?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to share?
Okay, so one of the things that I have found the most helpful for me is that I have been using the Facebook scheduler to do my parties. So I will sit down and spend about a half hour, 45 minutes for each party that I'm planning. And I try to do my parties, usually I go live on the same day. So my day usually to go live is Monday. And so I set my parties to start on Wednesday. I offer early bird special. But if I can sit down and schedule parties from Wednesday all the way through past my live, I am finding that I am a little bit more effective in my posting and and my time scheduling, because then I'm only responding when people respond to my posts. So Facebook Scheduler has been a huge help to me, and I have really found that it has helped me maximize my effectiveness.
And April, let me ask you this for everybody too. So are you copying and pasting? If you're running a few nail bars, are you dropping the same posts? I mean, you have to sometimes tweak, but are you dropping the same posts?
And I do the same posts, but I schedule them about 15 minutes apart, because I have been put in Facebook jail about 4 or 5 times within the last 6 months. I even have like a Facebook official like shirt that I'm a jailbird. So I'm really careful about, I share the same post, but I kind of try to change up the language. So if I'm doing the same language for all of the posts, then I'm incorporating the party link into that, so that I don't get thrown in Facebook jail for posting the same thing and looking like a robot.
Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of people in Facebook jail lately. I don't know if they've really come down on it, but every time I turn around, someone else is in jail.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know about Facebook jail, you don't get to find out what you did. You don't find out like how to fix it. You just find out how long you're banned. And then when you're banned so long, you get frustrated and make a new account.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I have not been in Facebook jail yet. I shouldn't even say it out loud because I don't want to jinx myself. All right. Did anybody else want to share any other ideas or something that they have done in the past couple months that has been really working well, whether it's a hostess coaching, something at nail bars, vending events, you know, anything that you've thought, wow, everybody should be doing this? Just unmute yourself if you, okay, is that?
Dar.
Oh, Dar, go ahead.
Hi. So at vending events, one of the things I've been doing to to get people initially like right into my VIP group is if they have their phone with them, and I'll ask them, do you have Facebook on your phone? Here, go right here to my VIP group, and we can add you right now, instead of me trying to have to find them. The other thing I'll do is on those lead slips, I will tell them to put their cell phone number on there, and I'll text them my lead to my my direct link to my Facebook group so they can join it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it really helps with that Facebook kind of like it. You know, I don't want to have to friend everybody, but if you give them that link to your group, they don't have to be your friend. They can just like, you know, that can eventually happen, but
right.
You know, I mean, these are strangers you're talking about. You can just get them right into your VIP group and tell them, you know, I do specials and whatever in my VIP group. Would you like to join? Here, give me your phone. Put it right in their form.
That's great. So you take their phone and you're putting it right in there.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, you got your phone right with you? And I said, open up Facebook, and I'll just have them like look up you can search on the name of it, or you can just have them go to groups, and I'll go, that's right there. Just click on join and I'll accept you. And
that's a great idea, because I started asking people, because a lot of times they're not the same name on Facebook as they are, you know, if they do like
yes, it's awful.
Then you can't find them either. If they say, oh yeah, you know, friend me, you know, but
I see Miss Kathy down there shaking her head. Yeah, she does a lot of vending events too. It's very frustrating to try and find them on Facebook. But this way you don't even have to friend them. And then that way,
perfect.
Then the way you can get a message to somebody if they open their messenger. You guys have seen that, right?
Oh yeah.
Where if you open your messenger and you click on your, I don't know if I can show you or not. Can you see mine? If you click on your chat right there, your chat head, it'll open it up, and that's my actual like my kind of link to it. So the other person goes to the same thing, and you click on this, and it'll say scan code or my code. So that's my code, and if you say scan code, you go like that, and it'll open up a picture window that you can take a picture of their scan code, and it'll automatically open up a messenger chat with that person.
The one thing I learned about that is after it pops up in their messenger, you have to wave at them, otherwise it goes away.
Oh,
you
good.
Have to do a wave back and forth, or you lose them.
Yep.
So you know how like when you get a new messenger person, it says wave, you got to click that wave or like say, hi, this is Debbie, and then it'll stay.
Yeah, I haven't done it without saying something, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have, because I have, and they go away.
Oh,
All right.
cool.
I thought I saw another hand up. Was there one more hand up?
Hi, this is Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. Good. How are you?
Hey. So, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
great.
All right. So, I just wanted to kind of piggyback off what you said about the hostess, and I had a couple successful Facebook parties, and I really kind of pinched my sister a little bit, because I'm working the frank list. So one of the things I asked her to do was to post on her personal. Sorry about the background noise.
Okay.
One of the things I asked her to do was specifically post on her personal page to kind of grab people's attention, get people excited. She actually had people that she wasn't, she was not considering even inviting, actually asked to join her group from there. So, she posted and she's like, I'm having this, and she showed excitement, and I, was like, hey, and a couple of times I asked her to do that. I said, hey, can you post this message? And I gave her the words to say and everything. I'm like, and it was something easy. And I told her, I said, don't say you're doing it for your sister, say you're doing it because you love it. So coaching the hostess, I think, will lead to a better party, especially for Facebook, because I know a lot of them, we try to interact with people and they just don't respond.
Right. And sometimes people like her posting that, they see that and they go, oh, well, gosh, I love Color Street. I was going to get it. I may as well get it through her party.
Yeah. And
Jen, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And then
No,
I also saw a lot of people were purchasing when we would have, I would thank people as soon as I would see their purchase come through in the group chat. And so then it would kind of remind people, oh, I want to go and buy. So I would have like 4 consecutive orders right in a row.
nice.
And we even had a problem with one where they came back and said, hey, I didn't see anybody say anything about, me. So did my order come through? And it didn't. So I was able to help that person place their order as well.
Oh, perfect.
And Debbie, I have to tell you that Lisa is so amazing at her business that she has hit Jumpstart 95.
Yeah.
In her first 35 days.
So she's in your first 35 days?
She has sold over $4,000 in her first 35 days, hit Jumpstart 95. Like, she's amazing. So
my gosh.
On today's call. So
I guess she does know what she's doing with her follow-up and hostess coaching, right?
I'm blushing a little bit. Thanks, guys.
It's a good blush. That's awesome. Oh, congratulations. All right, you guys, does anybody have any questions or any other comments before we hang up for tonight? I know some of you probably have no school tomorrow. Oh, Kathy?
So I just wanted to add something to the Facebook parties. I wasn't having great success with that, and I started going live in those parties, and that has made all the difference. It is the best thing ever to just go live, and it doesn't even matter how many people come live with you at that time. They watch it later, and it just creates a real excitement in your party. I think it's the connection that I was missing in mine. So that's really helped me.
Where are you going live? Like how are you, because there's so many ways to run Facebook parties. What type of party are you running?
Well,
like
when someone does I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Like a 2-week party, a 1-day party. Like
so
how are you doing?
Once I set up the party, about once the hostess starts inviting people, then I'll go on and I'll just introduce Color Street, what it is, and maybe show a few strips, show my own nails, and that's it. And then I'll make an event in that party. I don't know how many ever days later, however it works out in my schedule, and I'll let the hostess know that I'm going to do that. And then I go live, and then a lot of people will come into the party at that point. But I'm just finding that going live in those Facebook parties is so important. But I was afraid to do it.
And it's not bad, is it? When you're in that
not.
closed group, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you putting nails on? What are you saying in your life?
I have put nails on. I've done demonstrations. Sometimes I just do an accent nail because maybe I just did my nails in another party.
Yep.
But I will do that. I also like will show the Christmas sets or the Thanksgiving sets or like the Halloween, you know, a few months back. And I just find that just talking about the nails, answering the questions, it just adds excitement.
Yep. Well,
So-
again, that's what you can potentially lose with a Facebook party that you have an in-person. That's where you can use your person. In person, you can use your personality. It's much harder in Facebook. So you have to create it somehow, whether it's through funny posts, interactive posts, going live, all that stuff gets them to see who you are, which again, you know, it's going to make them purchase from you. I know they're there to help their friend too, but you know, then they might go, oh, I really like her. She's fun. I think I'm going to stick with her as my stylist.
Mhm.
You know, because maybe they were the person who's gone from friend party to friend party to friend party, and now they found the hostess that they're going to, or the stylist that they're going to connect with.
Right.
So yes, I absolutely think it's real important. Facebook especially, because you don't have, I'm not shaking their hand, I'm not touching their shoulder, I'm not giving them a physical compliment because I'm seeing them in front of me. I don't have access to that. So I've got to do the best I can through social media to be able to build that rapport.
Mhm.
Anything else, you guys? Great ideas today. Great feedback.
Yeah. Debbie, it's me. It's Amanda. I got a couple things. I kind of had to step away and back, so hopefully I'm not repeating too many people. I would say one of the things I do, and I know this was kind of just mentioned, but I send a ton of scripts to my hostesses. So I send them exactly what to send out. I give them the exact message. I try to make it as easy on them as possible. A lot of times lately, I've actually been giving them like posts to share. I'll ask them for their wish list, and then I send them graphics of their polish that they want. And then I have them post and ask their customers, or I'm sorry, ask their friends what they should pick. Do they like it? Which shade of pink? Whatever. And then the other thing was a booking game. So I don't know if that was said, but a booking game in my Facebook nail bar, I feel like has been a total game changer to make sure that my schedule is booked. And I personally launch all of my parties on Tuesdays, and I will book up to 3. So I've basically had 3 for every Tuesday since September. And some are great. Some end up not happening, like just because I can't, you know, it's just I'm hostess coaching, and you know, it just doesn't work out. But for the most part, my schedule is booked. And then I'll say, so when they respond to the booking game, I'll say, so basically what I mean is a graphic where they're picking a number with a script, like with a, you know, you're going to win a party, kind of like you would in a Facebook or in a traditional nail bar. And then I message them. And then I tell them what they won, either it's a free gift, a nail set, or a party. And then I just say, give me a thumbs up that you've, you know, got this information. They give me a thumbs up, and then I give them a date. And then when I say I don't have anything opening till November 19th or November 26th, then they're like, I'll take it. You know, so I'm not like, when do you want to do the nail bar? It's like, these are the dates I have. And then they kind of grab them. So I feel like those two things, being really specific with my hostess and my Facebook booking game, has been, even in parties that aren't great, I do the booking game, and if I get one party, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted, 1 or 2.
Yep, that's awesome. I was going to ask you, I had a question about, might come to me in a second. I was distracted because you made me think of this too. Scripts. This tag team, I thought it was Posted and Beautifully Polished, but I went and looked for it today. I'll repost it. But and I know some of you guys got an email to you guys today or sent out in Passionately Polished.
It's posted in the training too.
Is it? Okay.
I'm almost positive, yeah.
Because this has, I knew it was posted somewhere and I couldn't find it in Beautifully Polished today. This has all sorts of verbiage of situations and just things you could say with building a team or follow-up, overcoming objections. A little more current than some other verbiage that we've seen, but you know, if you're just kind of wondering what to say, you don't have to write the exact thing, but if you want just some suggestions, this has some really cute ideas of working with people. So, you know, it helps you make your reach outs, but then like Amanda said, you can also be giving your hostess things to say too, because they don't know what to say. They don't know how to invite. And the easier you make it for them, you give them the script, they just have to copy and paste it. It's so much easier for them for invites and stuff. So make their job easier and tell them what to say, because they don't know. We know what works. Like, we know if they dump people in it, it's not going to work, right? But we know if they personally invite them, it's going to work. So little things like that, we've done it, that we know. So the more you can provide successful tips to them, the better off their party will be. All right, anything else? No? All right, you guys. Well, I'm super, super excited to see what happens in November. Like I said, our November was bigger than our October last year, which I can't even imagine. So we'll see what happens this year. So you guys, I want to see how many people are willing to take that challenge on. I think everybody could be capable of doing 2 nail bars a week. 12 nail bars, $250 each one. It's totally doable. So let's do it. Maybe if you want to take the challenge underneath, once I post the video to this, you could post your name underneath there saying like me, or put your hand up if you want to take the challenge on, and make it known. Because once you put your name down there in the comments, you're kind of saying out loud, uh-oh, I got to do this. All right. So it kind of holds you accountable there. It's your first accountability partner, your Facebook post of yourself. All right.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah.
What's the challenge? This is Jackie.
Well, it's the challenge of how they're going to do $1,000, make $1,000. And the formula is, we kind of rounded it up to 3,000 because it's just selling under, it's like 28 something. So it's basically, it's 12 nail bars they have to do at about $250 each.
12 nail bars in how many weeks?
6. So
Okay.
about 2 a week.
Oh,
They could do
okay.
4 one week. They could do none the next week. You know, it's at minimum of 250. So you have some that have more that'll balance that out.
Oh, okay. So I know I'm tuning in late, but I want to share something that might be kind of fun for people when they have in-person nail bars.
Yeah.
I just had one yesterday, and 2 girls booked parties right then and there. And it was really cool because as they were checking out at the computer, I took a nail fee and made a save the date right then and there, sent it to her on her phone, and then also sent her the script of what to send out to her friends. And both of those ladies it was so cute because as people were cashing out, they were like, did you ask Aunt Cindy? Oh yeah, well, I don't want Debbie to come. You take care of her. They were.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. So if you, I just wanted to throw that out there as people are playing booking games and getting bookings at parties. If you can do that right then and there, grab a nail fee and just say, save the date, Mary's party, and put the date of that party. They're committing to it. It's going to be harder for them to break up with you. And then I also gave them a Tokyo light set. And I always go with 2 hostess actually, I always take 3 hostess packets, hoping I'm going to get 3, but I only got 2 yesterday.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that Delphi thing was super cute.
Yeah, I like that.
I loved it.
That's a great idea. So having the verbiage of what to say before you go into the party, so you're ready. You could have it typed up in your notes so you could copy and paste it pretty easily, is what you're saying?
So I just, sort of, it's the text invite that I sent her right then and there. Like it's the hostess's invitation text that she's going to send out to her guests.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Did you have that text created already and you just plopped it in there?
Yep, it's just in my notes. Yep, and then she's like,
and you copied and pasted it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, thanks so much. And then I just took a cute nail fee photo with a white background and just said Mary's Nail Bar, save the date, November 23rd, and another one was December 7th. I'm like, yes, I'm into December. Woo-hoo.
That's perfect.
You guys, this is such a fun time. They want to get together. They are excited to get together with their girlfriends. They're excited to get their nails. Now we've got those Prison Break accent nails. They are fired up.
Yep. Yep.
super cute.
Yeah, it's such a great time.
It really is. And then if you start thinking about December and then, January, we can totally sustain and grow. It's all mindset, and thinking of it is fun. This is a super fun product, a super fun opportunity. I love it.
Yep, I agree.
All right. I'm
All
excited.
right, you guys. All right, you have to catch the rest on replay, Jackie, but unfortunately you missed the beginning part because I forgot to record it.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, but
Are we
that's okay. We didn't want you to hear part of it anyway. All right.
All right. Talk to you guys
All right,
later.
bye,
I love you.
everybody.